Now we take a look at a new weapon Bellevue Police are carrying in their patrol cars. As we'll show you, this isn't a weapon in the fight against crime. Rather, this is a weapon in the fight against time.
I was at the group health hospital emergency room doing an involuntary commitment, and I heard a female run into the lobby of the group health emergency room screaming and crying and yelling with, flailing her hands around saying, "Somebody help me please, my husband's having a stroke or a heart attack." I went out to the female's vehicle and I found the husband in the front seat, passenger seat, and he was having obvious signs of a heart attack. I called for code for another unit.
I heard Officer Johnson radio that she needed backup at the hospital. Well, when I got there, I observed an SUV parked right out front. And right as I was stopping behind the SUV, I saw Officer Johnson and I saw a doctor coming out of the hospital, and they began to pull the male out of the car. At that point in time, I heard the doctor begin to yell that she needed a crash cart. There's no crash carts available. So I asked her, "I have an AED in my patrol car, will that work?" And she said yes. The AED is an automatic external defibrillator, and what it is it's 2 pads connected to a device which you place on a person who may be having a heart attack. And what happens is it analyzes the heart rhythm and it advises a shock to correct the rhythm to put the person back into a normal heartbeat.
Peel 1 white pad from the gray case. Place pad exactly as shown.
I handed the pads to the nurse or medical professional who was doing the CPR. He took off the male's shirt and placed the pads on while I started up the AED, and then it started an analyze function, and I made sure everybody was clear of the male, and it advised a shock to show I shocked the male. After 2 minutes of CPR, it went to an analyze function again, and I made sure everybody was clear. It analyzed, it said that he needed another shock. I shocked the male again. So they kept doing 2 more minutes of CPR. And then once that was up, it analyzed again, and it said no shock advised, and then they found a pulse on the male. So we knew he'd come back.
Hi.
Hi. Do you remember Officer Pabachar?
No, I don't.
I do.
Thank you.
Hi.
And Officer Johnson.
Hello, sir.
Hello. You look much better.
Yes,
Thank you.
Martin.
Hi. Oh, thank you for your help.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
We were so lucky to have you there.
Yeah, I know. I feel so bad for you. And you.
Yeah,
He doesn't remember.
don't
so
remember anything, so
We're
really
happy that
appreciate
we
things.
have those AEDs now in the patrol vehicles,
Yeah.
and that was a big factor for, I think,
Definitely.
your save. This is really a special moment, not only for you, but for us too.
It really does
Yeah.
mean a lot to us.
Oh.
And I'm so
good.
glad to see you, because I was part of it afterwards because our role's done, right? When they got you onto
when
a
they
gurney
come.
and got you
Yeah.
aside,
Right.
and they said, "We have a pulse," you went in, and that's usually the end of our calls. I mean, you leave the call and we don't hear afterwards, so it's really nice to hear from you. Because we're driving around all day long and going to multiple calls, and we're seeing a lot of things on the street, a lot of times we can respond quicker than the medical professionals or the fire department. As first responders, when we apply an AED to a person, it's just the start of the process. The fire department is going to come. Our goal is just to increase the save rate and to help the person until the fire department can get there, because the quicker we can get the shocks delivered, the studies have shown, the more heart muscle we can save and the more people we can save from dying of heart attacks. So our role in this is just to start the process and the fire department completes it. It's a great thing to have in our patrol car, and it's a great tool for us to use.
Sometimes our jobs are, we only deal with the bad stuff in life, and this was just a really good feeling. I'm just very, very glad that everything worked out really well.